3 things I've learned from Warren Buffett. In this video, I'd like to share my top 3 ideas that I've learned from studying the life and work of Warren Buffett. If for some reason you aren't familiar with who Warren Buffett is, he's regarded by many as the greatest investor in history. His unofficial title is the Oracle of Omaha, based on his ability to value stocks and create massive wealth from his investing decisions. His current net worth is over $50 billion, and he has at times been the wealthiest person in the world. Despite his huge financial success, he remains to this day a very humble, frugal, and surprisingly very normal person in his everyday life. I believe leveraging the successful lessons of others is the easiest way to get ahead in your own life. Warren Buffett has shown through 60 years of successful experience some of the best ways to get more value from your money while living a lifestyle that works for you. Today, I want to share the top 3 ideas I've learned from Warren Buffett as quickly and simply as possible, so you can get an overview of what his life and work might have to offer you. So here they are, starting with the most important lesson of all. Lesson number 1, focus on long-term results. Probably the best lesson I've taken from Warren Buffett is his willingness to focus and invest with the long-term results in mind. When most people think of long-term, they tend to focus on 2 to 3 years or maybe 5 to 10 years at the most. However, Warren Buffett goes way further in his thinking. He plans his investments in timeframes of 30 to 50 years and even beyond that. This is because he understands the value of compounding over time. You probably already know that money kept in an account with compounding interest will grow exponentially, and the longer it's left, the greater the value becomes. Buffett has amassed most of his wealth from having his investments grow at 20 to 30% a year and continue to compound over almost 60 years. If this idea seems deceptively simple, it's probably because it is. This is the core lesson. Over time, everything grows in value if we stick at it and keep putting more effort and energy towards it. While Buffett uses this in terms of wealth, you can see the same thing in health, relationships, business, in fact, any area where you want a large amount of success. Focus on building a large amount of value and think about doing it over a longer period of time. However, while this idea is easy to understand, it's extremely hard to follow, especially in times like these when there are millions of ways we can invest our time, our focus, and our money. By not thinking long term, we're literally robbing ourselves of the future value potential. Think of this next time you're tempted to change direction or focus in your life. While change is important, sometimes the true value is in sticking with something long term to see the benefits. The temptation of a quick return or an easier path may sometimes lead you astray, but getting back into a focused approach and letting your results compound over time is a great way to get ahead. Lesson number 2. Find hidden value. In life, one of the best skills to develop is to be able to see what's happening below the surface level. This is true in relationships, business, and in fact any area of importance in your life. Warren Buffett has cultivated his skill of being able to find value in the businesses and stocks that he buys and to buy them when others aren't seeing the hidden value. If you have any experience in investing in stocks, you know that the market is very volatile and has huge fluctuations on a daily basis. The temptation of buying and selling quickly is one that captures most investors off guard, and they find themselves buying something simply because other people are doing the same. This is where Warren Buffett excels at self-control. He spends years researching a specific business or industry to truly understand the intrinsic value that is hidden deep below the surface. If he sees true value, he waits for a chance to buy it at a price that is below what he thinks it's worth. Then over time, he believes in his own judgments and waits for the true value to become real in terms of the financial value. He's done this over and over again, and the key skill is his ability to see the underlying value that most people don't see. This lesson is important to take into other areas of life as well, because it gives us a chance to see value in people, in our career, in our health, and to invest more into these things. If we trust that we've made the right judgments, and we spend time learning to value things correctly, then over time, this will pay off in our own lives. Lesson number 3. Know your stuff. Simplicity is the name of the game when it comes to the way Warren Buffett lives his life and manages his business. And the key to simplicity is this: know what you know and know what you don't know. Buffett is famous for teaching people to stay within their circle of competence, meaning the areas where you know a lot and completely understand how things work. If something is outside your circle of competence, then it's not likely to be an area where you'll make great gains, at least in the short term. Buffett over the years avoided being burned by financial meltdowns because he didn't go outside his circle of competence when investing his money. He keeps most of his money on businesses and industries that are simple to understand, where he can clearly see how they make money. If something is too complicated, he simply takes a pass on investing his time or money. Being focused like this has allowed Buffett to mine the gold very deeply in some specific areas and to keep growing the value over a long period of time. In your own life, this is a key lesson to take away. What are your circles of competence? The areas where you really know your stuff. You probably have a few specific areas of knowledge or skill that if you just keep focused within them, they'll return a lot of value. In fact, they're likely to return more value than some new fad or trend that might pique your interest. Of course, staying within your circle of competence and saying no to things takes discipline. The world today is full of distractions that can be deadly to your long-term success. Stay focused and keep building value into the areas you know well. This is the key to huge returns over the long term. These 3 lessons are simple, yet they take a lot of character to practice. As I've read and learned more about Warren Buffett and his approach to investing in life, I'm astounded how much his simple, focused approach has made him successful. You might like to re-watch this video several times to help assimilate the lessons into your own thinking patterns. Then, if you're interested, take a look at some of Warren's own writings or interviews with him and see just how valuable his ideas can be for you.